Hello and welcome to another iGCSE chemistry video with Mr. Serbatsoglu. Today we're going to be looking at ionic bonding, which can be defined as the electrostatic force of attraction felt between positive and negative ions. Now, to make an ionic compound, there's not going to be just an attraction between one positive ion and one negative ion. Instead, you form a three-dimensional structure called a lattice, as you can see in the diagram below. This is just a two-dimensional representation, but there are several positive and negative ions alternating in this structure. Now, why do we have this type of bonding? Let's look at an example. If we think about lithium, lithium has 3 electrons in total. So if we were to draw these electrons in the shells, first shell you have 2 electrons, and the outer shell you have 1 electron. Now, atoms react in such a way that they achieve a full outer shell. The easiest way for lithium to do this is to lose an electron. So this electron will go away and it will be given to another atom, which we'll see shortly. Now, if lithium loses this electron, it is left only with the 2 electrons in the middle. Now, because lithium has 3 electrons and 3 protons, the moment you lose an electron, you've got 3 protons and 2 electrons. You've got 1 proton extra. So you've got 1 positive charge extra. So lithium, when it loses 1 electron, gains a positive 1 charge. And in the exam, you'll be asked to draw the electronic structure of a lithium ion. This is the diagram you would have to show, with the brackets and the charge on the top. Now, metals like to lose electrons because they have few electrons in their outer shell. And by losing them, they have a complete outer shell. Now, where would that electron go? Well, metals can react with nonmetals. And this is what we see in ionic bonding. Positive metal ions and negative nonmetal ions. So let's take the example of fluorine. Fluorine has 9 electrons in total. So 2 in the first shell and 7 in the outer shell. For fluorine to achieve a full outer shell, it needs to gain 1 electron. And this is where it could potentially get that electron from lithium. So we draw that with red. That lithium electron could be given to fluorine. And what do we end up with? Well, fluorine has 9 protons, and now it has 10 electrons. So it has 1 electron extra. By gaining that electron, it now has a full outer shell. Just draw the electron gained with another color to differentiate. So fluorine has a charge of -1. Okay. So how could this whole process, this transfer of electron from lithium to fluorine, create a compound? Well, lithium gives 1 electron to fluorine. Lithium is +1, or 1 plus charge, and fluorine has a 1 minus charge. Those 2 opposite charges attract, and we form the compound lithium fluoride. So this attraction between positive and negative we call electrostatic attraction. And we form a compound. So ionic compounds, as we've said earlier in the video, are between non-metal and metal ions attracting each other. Thank you very much for listening.